Okay, good afternoon. This is Mark Kleiser. I'm Planner 3 with the Planning and Building Department of Mendocino County. I'm going to call the September 12th, 2023 Archaeological Commission to order only to say that we're going to reconvene at 2:10. We're waiting for one of the commissioners to connect. So we will see you back here in 8 minutes at 2:10. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go quickly. Oh, wait. Something moved.
Oh, it's because I messaged her and told her.
Oh. We're not live anymore now.
No, we're live, but they don't see anything but a
Okay.
blank.
Did she respond?
That's a good point, though. What do they mean? It's a nice place.
Okay, live. All right. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Mark Kleiser, Planner 3 with Planning and Building Services, calling the September 12th, 2023 Archaeological Commission meeting back to order at 2:10 p.m. Before we begin today's meeting, we do want to acknowledge with respect the indigenous peoples on whose ancestral land we hold this Archaeological Commission meeting and whose historical relationships with that land continue to this day. So moving on to item 1 is roll call. I'm Planning and Building Services. Museum representative?
Here.
Archaeologist representative?
Present.
Alternate representative?
Here.
And Native American representative is absent by pre-arrangement, and we do not have an industry representative. Okay, moving on to item 2, Archaeological Commission administration. The applications listed below will be reviewed by the Archaeological Commission. You are invited to view the meeting on YouTube and provide any information pertinent to these applications. If you have photographs of the site, you are encouraged to email them to the above email address by 2 p.m. September 12th, 2023. And moving on to item 3, survey required. We have just one item in this section today. Item 3A is case number CDP 2023-0017. The owner is Cohen Residential LLC. The applicant is Brendan Fry. The request is a standard coastal development permit to replace septic system with new septic tanks, pump system, and highline leach field. The project is located in the coastal zone, approximately 4.3 miles south of Elk, on the east side of State Route 1. It is addressed at 11701 South Highway 1, assessor parcel numbers 131-05011, 131-07003, 131-07002, and 131-05008. And do we have anyone here from the project today?
We do. We have Brendan Fry here. He is the applicant.
Okay. Mr. Fry, do you have any comments you'd like to make before we bring this back to the commissioners for discussion?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't have anything to add. I hope you have the application in front of you, and let me know if you need any other supporting documentation. I did send some photographs of the site to the website, to the email address that was on the agenda about an hour ago. I don't know if you want to pull those up, but I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, we have received those. If you want us to reference them somehow, we can certainly pull them up. But I think I'd like to do now is just bring it back to the commission for discussion, and then if we have any questions and need to see the photos, we can pull them up later.
Great.
Thank you. Okay, so bringing it back to commissioners then for discussion.
I have a question. Mr. Fry, I don't know if you can answer it or not. Said it was archaeologically surveyed in 1991, and they want that to be done again. And it just references the project area, but the parcel is 163 acres. Do you know which one was surveyed?
I don't know, in terms of the survey that was already performed, I don't know of the parcels which ones have already been surveyed. I can tell you where the project area is on which parcels.
Yeah, I have pretty good maps of that. I'm just not sure. They said it was a surveyed 100% of the project area, but I'm not sure what the project area refers to in 1991, so.
You're referring to the Chris notification that was sent out? CHRIS.
Yeah, the Sonoma State.
Oh.
It's from the Northwest Information Center.
Right. And they reference a 1991.
It's the second page.
They reference a 1991 survey that they want redone because of technique changes and such. But it's not very specific about what was surveyed, so.
It says the entire project area.
Is that the entire parcel, or is that just the impacted, where the ground disturbance is going to be?
I have another question.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I can answer that first question. I think that would be more of a question for someone who understands the archaeological survey that was performed before. But my reading of that is that it covers any of the project sites. So,
Okay.
Bill, you got a question?
Yeah, is this a septic system kind of replacement in kind in the same place?
it is not in kind, and it is, the house itself is existing. The existing system was basically draining into, we assume, an old redwood box or something like that, but maybe not even that. And the system had since failed. And the assumption is that the previous system was essentially just dumping the wastewater directly into the creek. There's a perennial creek to the north of the house that would take the water basically out to the ocean. The new system would be, the wastewater would be gravity fed into a first holding tank, then a second holding tank, and then pumped away from the environmentally sensitive areas to the field to the south. So the new system is a highline leach field, a modern system. What was there before was not much of a system.
Well, I assume that the Northwest Information Center is telling us that the property, the proposed project area, was covered in 91. I mean, unless any of you want to question that, I'm willing to just approve it as it is.
Had the same question as Bill, but I'm inclined to keep it as is with the discovery clause, obviously.
And I would agree too. I had the same question on my mind.
Hasn't moved anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to make a motion then that there is no survey required on project number CDP 2023-0017. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Seconded by Commissioner Dick. Motion, PBS. Okay. Do roll call then. Commissioner Cole?
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Commissioner Dick?
Aye.
And PBS is also a yes. Okay, motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Mr. Fry.
Sure thing. So if I can just clarify, does this mean that there's no archaeological survey required for this application, or is it?
No, it means no survey is required. You are free to call your planner now and discuss the next steps on the project.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item number 3B should actually be moved into review of survey, item 4. There is a survey attached to this. So we're going to move item 3B to the top of 4. And I'll read the project description. This is case number AP_2020-0005. The owner is Daniel Colchin. The applicant is Nate Miller. I'm sorry, I apologize. That is item 4A. This is item 3B that we're moving to item 4 under survey, review of survey. So this is case number U2023-0008. The owner is Hooper Ranch LLC. The applicant is RPCA Solar 10 LLC. The request is a major use permit for a major impact services and utilities facility to include a 20-acre solar farm that spans 3 parcels utilizing approximately 10,287 solar modules, 32 string inverters, and generating up to a total of 4.0 megawatts alternating current 5.6 MW direct current DC, equipped with a 4 megawatt energy storage system interconnecting to PG&E's pre-existing electrical distribution system located on site. The project is located approximately 2.3 miles northeast of Ukiah's city center on the west side of Redemeyer Road, approximately a half mile north of its intersection with Deerwood Drive, and it is addressed at 2550 and 2350 Redemeyer Road. Assessor parcel numbers are 178-05001, 178-17001, and 178-17002. And do we have anyone online to speak to this project today?
I don't see anyone here unless you're using a different name. If you're here for the project, could you please use the raise hand feature?
Okay.
Yes, hi, I'm here from RPCA Solar 10. I am available to answer any questions you may have on the application material provided.
Okay, thank you. And do you have any comments before I turn this over to the commission for discussion?
Nope, no additional comments. Please feel free to let us know if there's any additional documentation that would be helpful.
Okay, thank you. All right, so with that, I will bring it back to the commission for discussion.
It seemed pretty straightforward to me. Flat land. Looks like it's in a flood zone, pretty much. Rush River flood zone, which would probably get rid of most of any kind of permanent archaeological sites. They would have been seasonal and maybe washed away every winter, but I doubt whether there would have been any villages or anything like that.
Okay.
Didn't find anything.
There are a lot of villages along the Russian River.
You think within the flood zone?
Well, that's varied over time. That's the other thing. What kind of response did we get from Northwest Information Center? Or did it even go to them?
No, it was referred to them. Let me see if their comments are in.
A lot of surveys in the area that they reference. It was surveyed.
I don't see that attached. Do we have access to the project folder online to see if the Sonoma State is in there?
It says, prior to fieldwork, background research included a search of previously conducted resources at the Northwest Information Center. And there were no previously recorded sites within the APE. or within a half-mile radius of it.
I would like to make a comment that they're talking about with the high amount of disturbance due to past and current use as agricultural land have reduced the potential for subsurface cultural material, which is totally wrong. And they should not say something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we received
Just a
any
comment
letter
on my-
from them.
No, okay.
That's part of the archaeological, yeah.
But that's on page 8, conclusion. Okay. I'm trying to find out what they actually did.
They did, the transects were 15-meter transects. It's on page 16.
What page is that on?
Page 16 of the survey.
16?
Yeah, 16. Field methods and results.
Okay, cool. Looks good to me.
Yeah, it certainly meets our recommendations.
I would make a recommendation that U 2023-008 that we accept the survey with the discovery clause.
Okay, so we have a motion from Commissioner Call to accept the survey with discovery clause. Do we have a
Second.
second by Commissioner Johnson? Okay, roll call then. Commissioner Dick?
Aye.
PBS is a yes. Commissioner Call
Affirmative.
and Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes 4-0. The survey is accepted. Ms. Takata, thank you very much. Your planner will tell you what the next steps are then for your project.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Have a good day. Okay, moving on now to item 4A, also review of survey.
Okay, or 4B, I guess it would be now.
Well, that was 3B under item 4, so now we're moving to
Oh,
4A.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is case number AP 2020-0005. Applicant is Daniel Colchin. I'm sorry, that's the owner is Daniel Colchin. Applicant is Nate Miller. The agent is Julia Carrera and Associates. The request is an administrative permit to expand existing cultivation site from type 1B, which is 5,000 square feet, to a type 2B, which is 10,000 square feet, per the Mendocino County Code section 20.242.040B3. The project is located approximately 1.2 miles southeast of Piercy Town Center, lying on the west side of State Highway 271, approximately 0.7 miles north of its intersection with Highway 101. It is addressed at 78700 Highway 271 in Piercy, assessor parcel number 053-16012. And do we have anyone in attendance for this project?
I don't see anyone under those names, but if you are here for this item, can you please use the raise hand feature?
Okay. All right, seeing no one then, I'm going to bring it back to the commission for discussion.
Check my notes. I've surveyed no sites. It's a nice big open area for that area,
Mhm.
but they did a buffer, 600-foot buffer.
Yeah, this company they always put a buffer around grow areas.
They use 15, what was it?
Yeah,
Was it 15
15 meter or
transects?
less. Shovel probes.
Mhm. No resources found.
I accept the conclusions.
Commissioner Dick, any comments? Commissioner Cole?
Yeah, me too. Affirmative.
Yeah. So then, do you want to make that a motion?
Sure, I motion that the survey be accepted.
Okay, the discovery clause. Okay, we have a motion then by Commissioner Johnson to accept the survey. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Dick. Okay, and roll call then. Commissioner Cole?
Affirmative.
PBS is a yes. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
And Commissioner Dick?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes 4-0. Survey is accepted. Okay, moving on then to item number 4C, which is case number CDP 2022-0034. I'm sorry, 2022-0021. Owner applicant Hassan and Deborah Galmlouche. Agent is Deborah Lennox. The request is a standard coastal development permit to construct a single-story, 1,886 square foot single-family residence with a 360 square foot deck. The request includes 2 water tanks, generator, septic, development of existing well, demolition of shed, paving driveway with concrete, a fence, gate, gravel driveways with path lights, and a utility line from the well. The project is located in the coastal zone, approximately 5.5 miles north of the town of Gualala, on the west side of State Route 1. It is addressed at 33300 South Highway 1 in Gualala. Assessor parcel number 143-05006. And I believe we do have people in attendance for this project.
Do you know why it was continued? It says it was continued from
Yes.
July.
So the history on this project is it came before the commission several months ago to see if a survey was required. The commission then requested that we reach out to the 2 tribes, the Manchester tribe and the tribe in Sonoma. Neither tribe responded. We brought it back with that information, and then it was determined that a survey was required. And we are here today with that survey. And it looks like we have the owner and agent online. So I will ask, are there any comments before we turn this over to the commission for discussion?
I have a comment. This is Deborah Lennox, the agent. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
There's a continual correction on the square footage. Thank you for taking the time today, but it's not 1886 square feet. It's only 1423 for the single family residence. And then the deck is 458. So we'd like to get that corrected in the official application.
Thank you. And please repeat the deck square footage.
458.
458.
And I'm here, and I don't know if it's Deb and Hassan, but we're all here to answer any questions that any of the commissioners have. And thank you for getting our archaeology report done in time to be here. So we're very happy to move forward.
Okay. All right, thank you. Then I will bring it back to the commission for discussion.
And just to refresh my own brain, this is the parcel that has a big steep drop off to the shoreline, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, I'm willing, I mean, it looks like it was surveyed, lots of little mineral soil observation circles.
Yeah.
So looks like it was pretty thoroughly covered. And plus signs are soil test units, so that's even more. Nothing was found.
Nothing was found, 15-meter transects. Yeah, I would agree. Commissioner Dick, Commissioner Cole, or Commissioner Dick, rather.
I have to withdraw because I did this.
I just realized.
I'm in favor of accepting it as well, with obviously the discovery clause, but
Yes,
Yeah?
looks fine.
Okay, so Commissioner Dick, can you make that a motion?
I make a motion for the CDP 2022-0021 survey be accepted with the discovery clause.
Okay.
A second.
Seconded by Commissioner Staining. Motion passes 3-0. The survey is accepted. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this brings us to our final project for the day. Case number CDP 2022-0034. Owner applicant is Thomas and Deborah Johnson. The request is construction of a 2-bedroom, single-family residence with garage, well, 2,500-gallon water tank, septic tank, solar array on garage roof, grade entrance to road, and building site. Project is located in the coastal zone, approximately 0.3 miles from Casper Town Center, lying on the west side of State Route 1, approximately 880 feet from its intersection with Casper Road. It is addressed at 15350 North Highway 1, assessor parcel number 118-02018. And do we have anyone in attendance for this project?
It looks like we have the owner, Tom Johnson.
Welcome, Mr. Johnson. Do you have any comments?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I'm just here to participate and answer any questions I might answer.
Okay. All right, thank you then. Well, with that, then we'll turn it back to the commission for discussion.
Sounds like there were a lot of things in the area, but not specifically on that parcel.
The first thing I noticed, this is the first time that Alex, I don't think Alex took part in this because he always shows us a map of his mineral soil observations and explains exactly how he observed mineral soil. And I think this archaeologist that he's working with obviously didn't do that because she said she only covered, she could only see 10%. Normally we require some either written description of mineral soil observation or a map showing, where they did it.
They just say they did it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's kind of up to the commission to figure out if you're willing to go with 10%. We should probably write them a little note and remind them that they left out mineral soil observations, which is something that Alex always does on his survey reports. This is the first time I've ever seen one where his company did not do that.
So their description is basically that they surveyed using intensive survey coverage with transects no greater than 10-meter intervals. That's basically
good. That's good and that's normal. But
right, but that's the extent of the description of what they did. Yeah. There's a lot of sites in the area.
So, I mean, we could ask them what they did to observe mineral soil, because they only looked at, what was it? Wait, the answer really was for about 10%. So they only looked at 10% of the project. So, I mean, we could, we could approve it, or we could send them a note and say, well, we approve it, but next time you better tell us how you looked at mineral soil, or we can reject it and ask them how they looked at mineral soil.
Or just a more detailed description of the, continue it.
We could certainly continue it to next month, to a date certain, with the understanding that they'll come back with, what was it, a soil description?
More detailed, either a map or description of what they did for a survey. They did 10% of the coverage of the land, but they didn't tell us what they did. They didn't tell us whether they did soil shovel tests, or it was one person.
Okay, can we put that into a motion then? So I've got something to bring back to the archaeologists.
You want me to?
Bill, Nancy?
How do you want to word it, Bill? That we need a better description of survey techniques?
I guess we want to know if it was only 10% visibility. What about the other 90%? How did they view mineral soil in the other 90%?
Right. How did they conclude that there was nothing there if they only saw 10%?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Conclusion.
And it'd be nice to, they have an outline of the legend of the survey coverage. It'd be nice to have it located where they, if they did shovel tests, where the shovel tests were.
That's what it
Because-
usually does.
Because there are a lot of things in that area that they mention. 2 pages.
Okay, so let me read back what I think I heard, and you can correct me and correct the motion. So what I heard was continue the item to a date certain of September, October 11th, with an explanation on how
Conclusions were reached.
conclusions were reached for the other 90%.
For the archaeological survey, yeah,
For
given that only 10% of it was observed.
Okay, so continue to a date certain of October 11th, 2023, with an explanation on how conclusion was reached for the archaeological survey, and if and where shovel tests were completed.
Yeah, for the 90% that they traversed it, but there's no indication that they saw mineral soil.
Okay. So the 90%, sorry. So the 90% is for the shovel test only, or for how the conclusion was reached?
Well, we just want to know, in that 90%, did they observe mineral soil, and how did they do it? They're not telling us.
Yeah, you can't, they've only talked about 10% of the area.
Okay. So I think I have it now.
Can they call you? Can you say, call us if you have any questions?
So we're going to continue the item to a date certain with an explanation and how mineral soil was observed in the remaining 90% of the project not surveyed,
Yes.
and if and where shovel tests were completed for that 90%.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah? Okay. So that's the motion. Do I have a second?
Yes.
seconded by Commissioner Johnson. No motion, PBS, second Johnson, and roll call. Commissioner Cole,
Aye.
Commissioner Dick,
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson,
Aye.
and PBS is a yes. We're going to request that the item be continued then to October 11th with an explanation on how the mineral soil was observed, the remaining 90% not surveyed, and if and where shovel tests were completed in that 90%. Okay, I will pass that on to the project planner. And that concludes item 4. Moving on to item 5, matters from staff. I have nothing.
Did I?
Oh, yeah,
Can I
say
add-
goodbye.
Oh, sure.
Just wanted to add, the whole idea of a shovel test is not necessarily to go subsurface, but to observe mineral soil.
Okay.
Scrape the surface, yeah.
Okay, no.
So maybe when you say shovel tests, you could put in parenthesis, observation of mineral soil. Because, I mean, theoretically, we're not required to dig a hole. We're just required to observe mineral soil.
Okay. I think I will leave the motion as is that we voted on, and if further explanation is required, I'll reach out to the archaeologist. Okay, great. So then, again, moving on to item 5, matters from staff. Staff has nothing, which brings us to item 6, matters from commission. Do any of the commissioners?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Mark, I noticed that in one of the surveys, you sent letters to the tribes.
Yes.
So is that going to be a standard procedure now for all of the planners to send the letters?
No. Well, I've reached out to the native NHC. I can't remember.
Yeah, the Native American Heritage Commission.
Thank you. In Sacramento for an updated list of tribes. Typically, what we do is when we refer to a tribe, we will refer the project referral to them. We will include them. We don't specifically send them a letter. In this case, for the Gualala project that we just heard, the commission requested that we send letters to the Manchester tribe and the Kashaya tribe in Sonoma. That is not on our list of tribes that will have requested a contact in the past. So that's why one of the reasons why I want to update that list. But the commission specifically asked that we send a letter to them asking for comments on this project. None were received, and that's why we brought it back to the commission to
Okay.
see if they.
So the question is, normally it's left up to the archaeologists to consult with the tribes, but is the building and planning department now planning on taking that role over?
No. We will refer to the tribes that have requested project referrals, which are Cloverdale, Redwood Valley,
Sherwood Valley,
Sherwood-
Potter Valley.
Sherwood Valley, and Potter Valley.
Okay, so you're gonna send letters to them automatically then?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, can you give me those tribes again?
Sherwood Valley,
Okay,
Potter Valley,
Sherwood, and which one? Potter Valley?
Potter Valley,
Cloverdale.
Cloverdale,
Cloverdale,
and the fourth one is Sherwood, Redwood, Cloverdale, and Potter Valley.
okay, Sherwood, Potter Valley, and Cloverdale.
And
And
Redwood.
Redwood. So it's 4.
How is that different than, like the Hopland Band, the Giddyville?
Those tribes have not requested that we send them project referrals, which is why I reached out to Sacramento to see if we can get an updated list. I want to reach out to all the tribes again and find out, do you want us to contact you now? These are the only 4 that requested they get project referrals.
Yeah, because part of that bill, whatever it was, AB, can never remember what it was, but it does require the tribes to request it from you.
Correct.
And a lot of the tribes just never responded. But I'm
Right,
glad
which is
that.
why, yeah. Yeah,
glad
which is
those-
why I want to reach out to them again. 'Cause
Yeah,
if-
that would be really cool.
Yeah, that is in the works. I hope to hear back from Sacramento soon.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's
Any
see.
other
I'll make it a point to be here for the next meeting as well.
Excellent.
I got permission from my bosses to step away from the job.
Oh, good, good. Any other matters from commission? No? Okay, moving on to item 7, matters from the public. Do we have anyone here from the public?
We have no members of the public.
No? Anyone there in Covelo or Willits Library wishing to speak? No? Okay. Then that moves us on to adjournment. Make a motion to
I
adjourn.
move we adjourn.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.